Okay, right off the bat, Curtis Work will not play this week. He'll be. We do expect Curtis to return uh, during the regular season with a thumb injury. That's all I'll say about the injury. We have 100% confidence, and the team has 100% confidence. I have confidence. The staff has confidence in Taven Jackson. I thought he played really well in the second half, and we got a tough challenge this week against a good football team, Washington. A lot of playmakers on offense, good defense. They like the pressure, not giving up a lot of points. A lot of respect for Coach Fish, very well coached team. Really was very impressed with his team last season, Arizona, where he turned that program around the way they finished. I think they won their last 8 games, maybe 9, playing about as well as anybody in the country last season. And they're a good football team. So we've got to have a great week. Questions?
Yeah, with Curtis, he dealt with a in-season injury and missed the stretch run of Ohio's 2022 season. Talk to him at all, and what's your message? Tell him to be patient. I know you're probably not worried about his psyche, but just have you talked to him at all, and kind of what's your message to him, kind of going forward?
Yeah, no, I'm not. He's a veteran guy, older guy. He's married, smart, and he's got a great attitude about it.
You talked about how it can be harder sometimes for a backup week to week. They don't get as many reps in practice. Things aren't maybe necessarily tailored to them the way they are the starter. What's different for Taven when he's able to go through a whole week knowing every practice, every film session, every install, everything is geared around him as the starting quarterback?
Yeah, exactly. And I thought he came in and did a nice job in the second half. And now he'll get more repetitions, which will help him prepare for the game on Saturday. And he's a guy that's extremely capable, and I'm sure he'll rise to the occasion.
Curt spoke with your old boss, Dave Blank, from Elon a few days ago about your time there. I asked you, I think at Big Ten Media Days, how analogous that situation was to Indiana's situation going into the season, and you said that it was pretty close. Now that you've had success here, similar to the way that you did at Elon, how similar does it remain, and how much do you kind of fall back on that experience to make this one successful?
Well, I think I drew parallels to that early on when I was hired. Haven't gone through that one time before, and one of the differences is we won a lot of close games there. A lot of those. We had 8 wins in a row, and they almost all went down the last play of the game. Whereas here, we've been pretty dominant in our performances, haven't trailed. So, but they were similar situations, yes.
Curt, I'm kind of curious with Fox being here and now ESPN being here. Do you have a sense yet of the recruiting impact that's having on a national scale?
Well, I think it's great exposure for the football program and the university. And now we got to do our part. And on Saturday, and you guys all know the best way to do that is to have a great day today, right? Great meeting, great walkthrough, and stack good days, which is what we have to do.
Curt, looked like you moved some pieces around in the secondary on Saturday, get Terry Jones seeing some more playing time. I guess, what do you like about him that got him on the field more? What maybe sparked that change?
Yeah, he's done a nice job on special teams, and he got an opportunity on Saturday. He's an aggressive player. He's played a lot of football. He had over 100 tackles at ODU last season, so which put Farrell at strong safety, and we liked the way that played out on Saturday. I thought we played really well on defense Saturday. Created 5 turnovers. We had 28 points off of turnovers Saturday, which you don't see that very often. And the offense, I thought, did a great job. Red area 7-on-7 or 7 for 7 touchdowns, and we outrushed them pretty significantly. But Terry, I thought, Terry did a nice job.
Curt, with Curtis out at least for a game, maybe 2, we don't know, but how important was it that Taven got to play an entire half Saturday against that Nebraska defense?
Well, you know, and played well, right? And he's played this year. So, you know, we always talk about the next man up. You know, everybody's here for a reason, right? Because, you know, in this sport, you're going to have injuries at every single position. And, you know, it's a lot different when you're the starter, right? And I'm sure he was excited about it. The team rallied around him at halftime. And, you know, we outscored him 28-0 in the second half.
Coach, I guess with big noon kickoff coming, college game day coming this weekend, does that sort of validate what you guys are doing as far as the process is concerned to try and turn this program around?
Yeah, I mean, they're here for a reason because, you know, we're winning games, creating a lot of excitement. That adds to the excitement. And, you know, once again, we got to do our part.
Coach, two very talented receivers on the outside for Washington. What are your expectations for your secondary and really defense as a whole against Washington?
Yeah, they got a really big offensive line, big tight ends, big running back, experienced quarterback, another quarterback that's got really good athleticism, can throw the ball also. I like their wideouts a lot. They're going to be a challenge. They got a really good scheme. So, you know, we're going to have to fly around, swarm the ball, win up front, put pressure on the quarterback, stop the run, cover, create some turnovers offensively, you know, win the line of scrimmage, be balanced, run the ball, you know, separate versus man. There's a lot of man-to-man coverage from Washington, handle the blitzes, and be good in critical situations. The keys of the game really never change.
From a mentorship standpoint, how important is it that for just Taven and the rest of the quarterbacks to have a guy who's been successful at the college level, played a lot of football over the years in Curtis, that they could lean on and learn from, not just this year, but setting the foundation for going forward?
Yeah, I think it's good. You know, I saw them supporting one another during the game, and you know, the way Curtis prepares and practices, you know, he's a good role model for the younger quarterbacks, and you know, everybody needs a role model, right? So, you know, he'll be on the sidelines Saturday, and, you know, he'll be a plus.
Yeah, you mentioned, you know, last winter with Jackson, just that you were excited to see how far you all as a staff could help him, just having that extra structure around him that he kind of lacked last year. Just when you kind of reflect on the last however many months, where have you maybe seen him improve the most?
Well, I think you see it during the games when he gets his opportunity, you know, and how he's responded. And how he responded on Saturday. And, you know, he's a year older. And it's a different offense. It's a different system. Tino does a great job of developing the quarterbacks. And, you know, he's got excellent potential. And he's gotten better. And now he's got an opportunity. And he's got to take it and run with it.
Jack, row two left, and Zach.
Yeah, Curt, whether it's at Indiana or James Madison, what are a few of the traits with Tino that you think have led to your success with quarterbacks?
Well, he's a really good quarterback coach, has a great relationship with those guys, student of the game. He communicates really well. I think, you know, offensively we do a nice job in terms of our system and giving the quarterback answers. You know, every play's got an answer. And we build the offense around the quarterback. I mean, the last four have been the player of the year in the league, and the previous two were one-year transfers that only had moderate success at the places they'd been in the past. And, you know, one was a dual and one was a pocket guy, and two were in between. So I just think, you know, we do a nice job developing quarterbacks. It's a group effort, a team effort. But since Tino's been here, you know, I think he's taken those guys to another level. You know, and this will be his third or fourth year with me. Yeah.
I think we asked you about it after the game, but as you've been able to process some film, just what worked so well on the ground. That defense hadn't given up a rushing touchdown all year. I think you're one of only two teams to rush for 200-plus as a team against Tony White's defenses since he got to Nebraska. What was opening up for you guys in the ground game Saturday?
Well, when you're balanced, right, and we throw RPOs too, so we're not running in the stacked boxes, and we throw the ball efficiently too, so you can't load up against us. But we blocked them up front really well, and our backs made people miss, and the downfield blocking was good. So it was an explosive day, no doubt about it. And we capitalized on our opportunities, many of which were created by our defense.
On the flip side of that, with the pass protection, was that the best the line has played this season? And just what's kind of been the key to sort of getting that group? I mean, showed a lot of chemistry and just played well all season long, all 7 games.
Well, I really haven't measured it against another performance, but those 5 guys have been in there almost every single play all season long, and they're tough, hard-nosed, blue-collar type guys. And Coach Bostad has done a great job of developing. They're on the same page. They function really well together, and they're a tough physical group. And I'm not surprised by what they did on Saturday, not at all.
Todd, last one.
Curt, have you and Lee Corso ever crossed paths at any points in your career, either by him being a former IU coach or just, in terms of being
Right.
around college football a lot?
Well, game day came to JMU last season, so my wife and I made sure we spent about 10 minutes with Coach Corso beforehand, and had a great conversation with him. And then I called him on his birthday a month or 2 ago. He called back. We had a nice conversation. So been aware of him, obviously, for a long time. I can think all the way back to when we were at West Virginia, and there were only 9 bowls back then, right? And the final bowl spot, the Peach Bowl, I think it was 72, came down to West Virginia, and a 9-1 Louisville team coached by Lee Corso, right? And West Virginia whacked Syracuse pretty good and got the bid. So that was probably the first time I was aware of who he was. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.